Welcome back to Suns Valley. Matt Ishbia and James Jones aren't quite done making moves yet. They've already done seemingly the impossible twice now, trading away the terrible contract given by Robert Sarver to Chris Paul, and getting rid of the walking brick known as Landry Shamet, both in a trade for a bona fide star, Bradley Beal. Then they went on to shock the NBA world again by cooking up a masterpiece in free agency, signing basically everyone they had their sights on. Phoenix got deeper, taller, and better at shooting, but the one question mark left has undoubtedly been their lackluster point guard situation. Presumably, Cam Payne had taken over for CP3, and Jordan Goodwin looked great in his one Summer League appearance, for whatever that's worth to you. During the last Summer League game, while they were interviewing Frank Vogel, it was interesting to hear him say, "We're very high on Cam Payne." I love Cam, and I'm interested in seeing him take over more of CP3's leftover minutes. But I just don't understand why Vogel would be any higher on him than Monty was. Turns out it could have just been posturing, considering now Jake Fisher from Yahoo Sports is reporting that the Suns are exploring trade scenarios that would send him to the Pacers in exchange for TJ McConnell. Now, a lot of you might think that this is just a lateral move, but hit that like button for me and tell me in the comments, do you think the Suns should be pursuing this, or should they just keep Cam Payne? Let's take a look at why it might make sense for both teams. TJ McConnell is not the three-point shooter that Cam Payne is, but he's definitely a better facilitator. Given the structure of the Suns roster right now, which seems more important to you? I would argue facilitator over shooter. Neither of them are exactly stellar defenders, but McConnell is a better defender than Payne. The other thing is Phoenix would have control over McConnell's rights for a year longer than Payne's, providing slightly more long-term stability and flexibility. Now, as far as why it would make sense for the Pacers, Tyrese Halliburton and Andrew Nembhard are studs, and they are more than capable of handling all of the point guard minutes and responsibilities. So McConnell really isn't going to play much. And the Pacers organization loves McConnell. He's been there for a long time. They want to do what's right by him, and sending him to a contender would go over well for them. Right now, the Pacers are rumored to be trying to actively trade for Pascal Siakam, and the Raptors allegedly want Canadian-born Andrew Nembhard involved in the trade, and they don't want to give him up. Cam Payne might suffice instead in that hypothetical trade scenario, and or provide a backup in case they do trade Nembhard away. As it sits right now, the Suns are going to need to get a third team involved in this trade. The salaries do not match up. Even if the Suns offer a couple of second-round picks, specifically the ones that they got from the Grizzlies in exchange for Isaiah Todd last week, they're still not going to be able to get the job done. So if they don't want to involve a third team in the trade, or can't get another team involved, perhaps they could involve DeAndre Ayton for Miles Turner, which is something that's been floated around a lot before, but even then the money doesn't work. My question to you is, do you even want the Suns to be pursuing this? Or do you think that sticking with Cam Payne for one more year is the way to go? Thanks for hanging out, and we will see you guys Friday for the last Summer League live stream in Vegas.